Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Kemp Memorial Stadium in Shamokin, Pennsylvania. The Mount Carmel area Red Tornadoes against the Hanover area Hawkeyes. State quarterfinal action. The Red Tornadoes come in here 12 wins, no losses. Hanover area 10 wins and 2 losses. A team we look at tonight, Warren, that can come in and probably throw the ball.
Oh, yeah.
Or try to throw the ball.
You got a couple of things you're looking at. Number one, unlike the last two playoff games on our march to Altoona, this is a team we know. We've seen them 4 times before this. Our most recent meeting was last year. The Hawkeyes were 1-9 last year. They're the Cinderella team of the tournament. They've come back here now. They're 10-2. They lost to Wilkes-Barre GAR, and they lost to Wyoming area in the regular season. Both games were early in the regular season. They regrouped from those 2 losses to take the district first seed in their district, went on to beat GAR in a district title game, and which brought them down here to us at Kemp Memorial tonight. You look at this team, a lot of the names we saw last year up at Hanover, of course, they took a pretty good drubbing from us in the afternoon game up there, but they're big. They're maybe one of the biggest teams we're going to see all year. We heard that from the coaching staff at Supper Club last night. And they're the kind of team that can hurt you. They're going to hit, and they're going to run the ball, but they got a kid named Kaczynski, who we heard from Doyle Dietz last year was a kid to watch even as a freshman. Now, he's only a sophomore, but he's big, real big. He's the biggest quarterback we've probably seen all year, and he can throw the ball, and he will if he has to. So I think there's a lot of things to look at here, but mostly, finally, we meet a team we know, that we're a little bit used to.
Warren, we talked about it, and you talk about that front line. Senchak is 6'3", 300 pounds. Miskula, 6'2", 245. Toole at center, 6'1", 225. Woodishik, 6'1", 255. And Galeta, 6'1", 255. Big boys, a big offensive line, but they're coming up against a very good, fast defense, the fastest defense maybe in the state.
Again, we said this 100 times. We're going to say it again. Mount Carmel area comes into the game with a decided speed advantage. Again, that's something we've looked at throughout the year. Now, to give you a little bit of contrast on what we're going to see, instead of thinking Central Columbia last week, think Wyalusing the week before. That's what they're more geared for, as you would see Wyalusing. They're big in the middle. They like to control the ball, and they can hit. Central was a much quicker team, preferred to pass, had a lot of trouble and couldn't, but would have preferred to do that, where this team's probably going to want to run at you a little bit.
Well, we're looking at 2 of the final 4 teams in the East, Mount Carmel, Hanover area. The other game tonight, North Google Spartans against Bishop McDevitt Crusaders. Cold night here, wind blowing. Appears to be blowing toward the direction of the Red Tornadoes right now, but sometimes comes a crosswind, and he might be kicking into it right now. It does. It gets caught up in the wind, taken by Higgins, bounces and covers the ball on about the 27-yard line. First down and 10, Red Tornadoes. Good job by Eric Higgins. Smart play. Don't try to run with it. Cover it up.
Big Red won the toss, received the ball, elected to go on offense right away. And again, it's hard to pick an advantage here offensively or defensively for Big Red. I mean, they're equally good on either side of the ball, so I don't think it matters to them one way or the other.
Only Red Tornado missing tonight in the starting lineup, Rick Harris, number 65. Taking his place, number 64, Mike Sinkovich. Spread formation, quarterback sneak. Vic Karnaski behind Jonathan Else to about the 34-yard line. Gain of about 5.
Now, the keys to look for here are, one, they're a 4-4 defense. Okay, you look to spread them out a little bit. You're trying to get some movement from the gap, because if you get some movement, that's where the speed takes over, and that's how you'll beat them. If you keep them crunched up like that, they're going to stuff you every time. We're going to try to move them around a little bit, get them spread out, and then a little bit off balance.
Actually, right now, and they're not spreading out at all. We have single coverage on Dave Evans over there on that side. Pitch back to Veach, going to take it around the outside. Little bit of running room to about the 37-yard line.
Yeah.
Kaczynski comes up and makes the tackle from his safety position, and they say that also about him. He is a good defensive safety. 3rd down, 1 yard to go for the Red Tornadoes.
Well, Kaczynski's 6'1", 190 on the roster. He might be a little taller than that even. He's a big kid.
There, they're giving the 1 yard to the quarterback right there. I formation, give it to Veach. First down, Red Tornadoes at about the 40-yard line.
They actually had him stopped and didn't wrap him up, and then they ended up pushing him forward a little bit. I thought he was going to go down behind the line of scrimmage.
First down, Red Tornadoes from the 39. Need to get the jitters out. Even coming up against a team like this, you're nervous in a playoff game like this and have to get those jitters out.
Absolutely.
Lone back for the Red Tornadoes, Joe Costello. Karnaski, handoff to Veach on the inside, finds some running room, close to a first down at the mid-stripe. Nice run that time. Good blocking by the left side of the Red Tornado line.
Absolutely. I mean, you're looking at a Mount Carmel area line now. We look at Harris, of course, a big loss. Losing Harris, you don't want to lose a starter. The kid's been there 12 games now as a senior, and boom, we lose him. He's replaced, and a great replacement, but it's going to take a little time to get used to that replacement for the rest of the guys. They're used to Ricky, so he's going to be missed a little bit. But you look at Dunn, and after this play, I'll finish this.
Split formation for the Red Tornadoes. Evans to the left, Jamin to the right, Costello up the middle, gain of about 4 yards. Good run that time by Joe Costello, the fullback.
You look at our line now, and of course you know who they all are, but Dunn, a senior now, playing at left, is it left tackle or?
Gary's at left
tackle position. Had probably, according to the coaches and what we had seen and people had said during the week, one of his best games of his career last week. And that's exactly what you're looking at. Here's a line that's come together. They're starting to really feel good about themselves. A loss like that hurts them a little bit, but I think they're going to pick it up a little bit and play for him tonight, from what I understand.
I formation. Karnaski rolls back to pass, and he's hit for a loss of about 5 yards at the 49-yard line. Big play that time by number 32, Paul Cunnard. And Paul came up from his end position. I guess he's coming. Oh, he's an outside linebacker.
Well, that play was dead from the very beginning. They had no chance of getting the play off. They came in so quickly that Vic was finished before he ever got to look up and see where his receivers were. And that brings up a 3rd and 11. The ball now sitting on the Mount Carmel area side of the 50-yard line at the 49.
Karnaski, straight drop back, big blitz, screen pass, good play to Evans, cuts it to the outside. This should be a touchdown. He's to the 20, to the 11-yard line, touchdown, Red Tornadoes. Good play by the Red Tornadoes, good blocking out there by the line. Great call by the coaching staff of the Red Tornadoes.
Great call. The Hanover Hawkeyes were blitzing. They blitzed the play before that on an obvious passing down. They brought almost everybody on the line in. 2 linebackers shot through the gap. And when you shoot like that and you throw a screen, you're in trouble. And that was 6 points worth of trouble for the Hawkeyes.
Vic did a great job. He had somebody right on him, and he got the pass off. 64, Mike Sinkovich in to attempt the extra point. Montgomery with the hold, Chicatano with the snap. Snaps back, it's down, the kick's up. And looks like it was blocked. I think number 9 in on the block. So they're showing some of their speed, too, on that play to get in and make the block. With 8:25 left in the first quarter, the score, the Red Tornadoes 6, the Hanover Area Hawkeyes nothing.
And of course, by now, or at least I think by now, they're missing that Wayne isn't with us.
That's right. We forgot to say that. Wayne's away.
Wayne's covering the story with Lou Holtz at Notre Dame. In fact, Wayne broke the story 3 weeks ago. No one listened to him until now, but he's in follow-up, so he won't be with us this evening. My voice is somewhat different due to the massive case of pneumonia I'm battling right now, twice yearly, and this happens to me when I get it this time. But other than that, we're happy, ready to go here. We got a 6-point lead.
That's right. Deep for Hanover area, Paul Cunnard, number 32, and Kasenchik, the quarterback. And we'll have to work on that name tonight all night because he's going to be in there a lot. Kaczynski. There we go. Kick is covered on about the 30-yard line by the short man, and this will be first down for the Hawkeyes. Now you'll see that big offensive line come out for Hanover area.
Now 75, I mean, truly blocks the sun out. I mean, he's the biggest kid we've seen so far this year. He is one load of a guy. We'll wait and see how he plays. If he plays 300 pounds or he just is 300 pounds.
Kaczynski with Dalton and Cunnard in the backfield. This one's going to Dalton right up the middle. or it was on the option. I think he kept the ball for about a 2-yard gain.
Kaczynski kept
Yeah,
the
it
ball.
looked like it was going to Dalton. He did a real nice fake there. Tackle made by Joe Costello, and I guess Joe only needs about 13 or 14 carries to break Mount Carmel's record.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's getting close.
My goodness.
Getting close. We've been saving that one.
A lot of records
We've
have been
been
dropping
saving
this
that
year.
one, right.
My goodness.
Second down and about 8 yards to go. 7:53 left in the first quarter. Shinsky back to pass. Looks over the middle, hits his tight end. First down, Hanover area at about the 45-yard line. Nice catch made by 89, Colin Hatton.
Nice pass that time. He threaded the needle between Montgomery and Chicatano, and the big tight end was standing there and caught the ball for a nice gain.
They did say in the paper they do use the tight end an awful lot. First down from the 46-yard line for the Hawkeyes. On the option, pitches back to Cunard, finds no running room. Joe Costello gets him at the 46.
A lot of options so far here in the opening series for the Hawkeyes. And it's funny, an option quarterback is not normally big. It's a disadvantage sometimes for him to be tall and rangy. You like the guy that's smaller to run the option a little bit. Now Kaczynski's a very athletic young man.
Hearing about them from the paper, though, they say he does have some speed.
Shotgun formation.
Yep, Kaczynski back in the shotgun. Here comes the pressure from Higgins. Intercepted by Evans at about the 46-yard line, looking for some blockers downfield and tackled at the 30-yard line by number 19, Matt Kaczynski. But first down, Red Tornadoes at the 32-yard line.
Great
Big
play
blitz
by
that
Evans.
time.
Yeah, blitz. They blitzed the quarterback in a shotgun formation.
An unusual blitz too from our right defensive end.
Right.
You don't see that too often.
So they brought the big end in. He had his hands up. Kaczynski looked, but he threw it right at Evans. And, of course, you get a ball anywhere close to Davey Evans, and Davey Evans is going to take off with it. And, again, I said this again, that's why I believe he'll be an all-state guy this year.
Karnatsky with up the middle to Costello. Good tackle made in there. Somebody filled the gap. A linebacker coming up in the middle. No, it's the big guy. It's number 72 on the tackle, Ken Wudashek.
We were trying to trap him, but he never came across the line of scrimmage, and they couldn't trap him.
Second down, 8 yards to go for the Red Tornadoes. .608 left in the first quarter. Red Tornadoes with a 6-0 lead. Karnatsky, straight drop back. Looks on a fly to Malachowski. Incomplete at the 2-yard line. Both players grabbing at each other there. You're looking for a flag to come out on that play.
A lot of contact that time by both players. And he almost caught it anyway. 3rd and 8 now for Big Red. Ball resting on the 27-yard line of the Hawkeyes.
Lots of time a play like that, Warren, does so much for you, though, because you get to see, the coaches get to see what happened out there and who covered who. So you can always come back and see.
You're still feeling out a little
Right.
bit, and you're still trying to loosen them up a little bit. You're trying to get some running lanes, and you got to loosen them up a little bit to do that.
Expect a blitz here as it's a passing situation for the Red Tornadoes. It's a roll right. Karnatsky looking downfield. Has somebody in the end zone. Incomplete at the goal over the end line, but he had Dave Evans wide open.
Davey was wide open down there. He had the coverage guy had let him loose, thinking that Vic was going to run, and had moved up a little bit. And Big Red will go for it. They're sending Vic in with a play now on 4th and 8 at the 27-yard line. That you might even see that again.
Yeah,
he rolled out and he froze. When he rolled, he froze everybody on the defense. Now that's unusual, but the guys in coverage even began to freeze, and then he moved up too quickly.
4th down and about 7 yards to go for the Red Tornadoes. Costello goes in motion. Karnatsky going to roll. No, it's a draw play to Veach, and he doesn't make it. He gets only to about the 23-yard line. First down, Hawkeyes hold.
Big hold by the Hawkeyes defensively that time. Again, they couldn't afford another score in the first quarter. And so far, Big Red's kind of had its way here in the first quarter.
Yeah, there were plays there. Now, Vic's playing with a real stiff wind out there, and the first time he underthrew Malakowski, second time overthrew Evans, and he'll get that. You're going to get the feel of how that wind's affecting you and then be able to go with it. There's the shift formation. They're going to do a pitch back. Oh, Jason Malakowski holds from his defensive tackle position, and he throws Cunard for about a 2-yard loss, I think. No, they're going to move it up and put it right about at the line of scrimmage.
Both Malakowskis coming off their best game of the season, I believe, last year in Central. Jason completely took the game over in the fourth quarter against the Blue Jays, and he looks like he's returning to form again, and he is a force to be reckoned with on the left side of our defensive line.
Dalton comes out of the lineup, puts Richardson in, and they go from a shotgun formation. Cunard goes in motion. Snaps back. Incomplete at about the 29-yard line. Not much you could say there. Just had to watch the play happen. Good rush by Malakowski that time.
Yeah, he had pressure from the beginning, and he kind of rolled out to the short side of the field, which made it difficult for him to maneuver a little bit.
Third down and about 11 yards to go for the Hawkeyes, and have to get something going on offense here for themselves.
Well, I think that's a key. I think the Hawkeyes said that in the beginning of the week, that it was key for them to start moving the ball a little bit, and they had to move the ball early. They couldn't afford to get in a hole. Now, they're in a little bit of a one already, but they need to show some offense if they're going to stay in the game.
Again from the shotgun formation. Evans, Malakowski, and Jamin on the rush that time. He's still looking for some running room. Evans there, Dave Evans there, and finished. Oh, Joe Chicatano has him by the leg, and he's finished off at about the 9-yard line.
Oh, the smartest thing he did was go down. Did you see 41? He was a streak going by there. Oh, thank God that kid went down. Oh, my, that would have been ugly. Again, good pressure by the defensive line. We're not stunting. We're not blitzing. I mean to say stunning. We're not blitzing. Right. We're not bringing a lot of pressure towards them, and they're still breaking past. So far, the big line for the Hawkeyes hasn't proven out.
Punt formation for the Hawkeyes. Snaps back. Red Tornadoes come back to set up, and it's a bad kick. Hits on about the 29-yard line, and will be downed on the 30-yard line.
That was a strange-looking kick.
Right, that actually becomes like a 21-yard punt.
Yeah.
First down, Red Tornadoes, 3:56 left in the first quarter. 6-0, Red Tornadoes in the lead.
Kind of kicked a knuckleball that time, and it went off. It came sideways instead of going forward. I think
everybody's battling the wind. You over try when you're kicking into a stiff wind like that. You just try a little too hard. Power formation for the Red Tornadoes. Veach as the tailback. Karnaski to Veach, going to go off that right side. Get some running room down to about the 24-yard line, and I don't know where he found that hole.
Well, Bus had to make an extra block on that one. Bus came back and made a second block that time.
Second down and about 4 yards to go.
And Big Red is looking fairly sharp on offense. They looked fantastic. I thought last week the score belied how good they looked. It was 21 points only, but I believe they really looked crisp and sharp on offense last week.
Split formation here for the Red Tornadoes right now. Costello, the lone back. Inside handoff to Evans. And he goes down to about the 22-yard line. And that'll be about 1 yard short of a first down.
That time, 72. Woodashik should get credit. He didn't make the tackle, but he was the one that screwed the play up.
He took one of our linemen.
Took the lineman. The lineman that was sweeping around the end went down with Woodashik, and the ball carrier, Evans, bumped right into him.
Third down, 2 yards to go for the Red Tornadoes. 2:51 left in the first quarter. I formation for the Red Tornadoes. Evans and Jamin split far right. Pitch back to Veach. And gets nowhere. Covered that time by number 76 on the tackle. 75. That 75. Was the big guy. Sentak on the tackle. 6'3", 300 pounds. Fourth down and 1 yard to go.
Sinkovic comes into the lineup for Evans now in the backfield, I believe.
Yeah,
the other Cinco's on the line. So we got the twins in there now on offense. Power backfield now. And every time I say power backfield, we don't use it as a power backfield.
Well, and the Hawkeyes come with a 5-man line now, too, against the Red Tornadoes. Going to go to Veach off the right side. Gets his hole, finds some running room. First down at about the 16-yard line.
That time we did power. That was exactly what we did. It's funny because the defense had loaded itself a little bit the other way, I thought. They were loaded to their left a little bit where the play went to their right.
But again, great coverage from their outside linebackers. They're holding their ground and making their coverage going either way. And it's tough when you get two good outside linebackers in a 4-4. That's the main part of your defense. First down, Red Tornadoes, 1:41 left. Costello up the middle, big hole to the 5-yard line.
Oh, he was running with some authority on that one. My goodness. That's a first down, I believe. Yes,
first down, Red Tornadoes at the 5-yard line.
The Hawkeyes with their back to the wall late in the first quarter. 1:27 remaining in the quarter.
Karnaski with Costello and Veach in the I formation. Costello up the middle. He slipped and he gets down to the 3-yard line, but he slipped on that play. Right when he was getting his footing, he didn't get his drive. There was a hole. He just couldn't get to it.
Now, interestingly here, you got a 4-4 defense packed in tight, and we run right at it. I mean, that's confidence. I mean, that's what you like to see. It's just we're going to take right the teeth of the defense, run right into it, and see what happens.
54 seconds left in the first. 6-0 Red Tornadoes in the lead. Karnaski on a pass to Evans at the 4-yard line, still on his feet to the 1, and they're going to put it right on about the 1-inch line.
I thought he reached it over at the last second. Tough run by Evans that time.
It's 6 inches to go.
Yeah. He just reached out. He couldn't get it over the end line there. He had two guys on him. And the Hawkeyes that time apparently had seen that play. They were waiting for that play.
Yeah, they covered it well, didn't they?
Yeah, they were
double
alert.
Coverage on it. Great. Third down, goal to go for the Red Tornadoes from the 6-inch line. Power backfield. Karnaski, quarterback sneak, touchdown, Red Tornadoes. John Els, the center, bowls them through.
Once again, you just look for that surge. You see what he was doing there? He's using his hip. He's feeling to see which way the surge is going, and boom, when he feels that crack, he's gone. He's in. That's been an absolutely deadly combination.
It has. From the 1-yard line.
The quarterback sneak is almost unstoppable for Big Red this year. And you got the main credit again is the center and the two guards.
Yeah,
the center. I mean, if the center misses it, it's over.
Right.
You're not going anywhere.
But the
two guards need to move a little bit too.
And Mike Sinkovich tonight.
And we're going to go for 2 here.
I usually say them too.
Huh?
I usually say Joe Shictano and Mike.
Yeah.
Going from the left hash mark. Karnaski fakes to everybody. He's going to run it himself.
He probably could.
Oh, he can take it in. Touchdown, extra good for 2, Vic Karnaski.
Excuse me.
Boy, did he turn it on, I'll tell you.
And, there's a case of a team that saw the film. You look at film, you turn blue. But do you see that kid run? Do you see the speed? You don't respect it. And they didn't respect him there because they didn't think he could turn a corner, and he did.
Well, that's the end of the first quarter. The score, the Red Tornadoes 14, the Hawkeyes nothing. And again, a first quarter has gone by with the Mount Carmel area defense not allowing a point.
An absolute fabulous streak. And that's, again, you'll look back on that someday and remember how that went through a year, and you'll just be glad you saw it. Take a moment here to remind you folks that once again you are watching WKMC TV. We are broadcasting directly from the campus at Mount Carmel Area High School. We are an instructional fixed television service. We are broadcasting over a microwave signal WLX267, and you are catching us Wednesday, 8 p.m., Channel 13 on the Service Electric Cable System, and you will see us next week. But if we win here, we're actually going to broadcast a second game. It looks like we told you last week was our last one, and we fooled you a little bit. But
that's right.
We're here. And
there were a lot of sponsors, a lot of people in the town, in the community that were willing to put some money out again and get this thing going.
We have quickly here at the Anthracite Steam Fire Company #1, MC Coney. Industrial Maintenance and Construction, King Cole Travel, the Pineberry Inn, and RC Motors. And we have a few individual ones, Marlene and Joe Fisher, Joe Politza IV, Susan Hepler, the beautician in Carmel out there, and the Mount Carmel Area Supper Club.
Kickoff by 64. Mike Zinkovic, he sails this one to about the 9-yard line, right into a stiff wind. Cunard tries to carry the ball up. Higgins on the hit along with McGee. Malakowski and Ziegler were the first two to hold him up, but good tackle by Cuff, McGee, and Higgins.
Wow, he sent that down to the 10-yard line.
Yeah,
he had a kick in there or what?
Ooh. They are using a different ball tonight, too. This is the first time the state decided, I guess, that they came out with this ball, and we have to use a ball tonight that's different than any ball we've ever used before. It's a more round ball. It's not as pointed as it was.
Whose idea was that?
The state, PIAA, and we are playing, both teams playing with a different ball tonight. Tries it up the middle to Richardson, finds some running room to the 39-yard line and tackled at the 39. Got a nice hole that time. Good run that time by number 9, Eric Richardson.
I think you saw a couple things there. That was just a quick handoff the middle, which he got loose on. But did you notice when he got loose, that was it. He couldn't go. He couldn't outrun anybody, and he got surrounded pretty quickly. Again, that's the difference in speed. Veach on that same play would have scored a touchdown.
Right. 14-0 Red Tornadoes. 11:33 left in the first half. Kaczynski back up. Oh, great job by Jamin, and he nearly pulled it in. He nearly pulled that ball in.
He had the big wing out there. And those two guys have I mean, they played stupendous football the whole season, but they just seem to stand out now in the big time. And him and Higgins, with those big arms and that wingspan and how tall they are causing quarterbacks all kinds of headaches out there for the past 3 games.
Second down, 10 yards to go for the Hawkeyes. Kaczynski, back to pass, rush from Evans, completes the pass to Cunard at about the 49-yard line. It'll be close to a first down.
Probably going to have it, too.
It might not have been Evans. That might have been 64, Mike Zinkovic. I'm sorry, Mike, that was Zinkovic in on the rush. Because Jeff Evans is just coming into the game right now.
In fact, first down for the Hawkeyes. Again, when he gets time, he's an accurate passer. He really is. He looks like a pro-style passer. Now, he looks also to be more comfortable in the pocket than he does roaming around. He doesn't look like he likes to roam as much as we've seen other quarterbacks. And that's the bigger a quarterback is, the more likely he is to be in the pocket.
Evans goes into a gap there from his nose guard position. Oh, great hit by Joe Costello. He followed right behind Jeff Evans. Big hit on number 27, Dalton.
27 never saw him come. In fact, he had to look to see what number it was that hit him.
11:04 left in the first half. 14-0 Red Tornadoes.
It's the cast man just introducing himself to the offensive backfield of the Hawkeyes.
That's the first time the fullback got the ball, I think, too.
He went back to the helmet and said, no more.
Coming back to the sideline and saying no more.
What just hit me out there, guys? Did anybody see that?
Mike Wilk split far left for the Hawkeyes. Cunard goes in motion to the right side from the shotgun formation. Kaczynski with the rush from Jeff Evans. Gets the pass away, incomplete to the tight end, number 89, Hatton, but he was open. He had a chance at that one.
He did, but again, Evans gets all the credit that time. Young Jeff, again, missing most of the season due to a bone break in his hand, and came back in the last game of the regular season and is beginning to assert himself now, getting into playing condition. And I say condition, not that he was out of condition, except that you got to play a little bit to understand, what you're doing and get that feel. And you're seeing, I think, last game and this game, you're seeing how much he's come, from that injury.
Third down, 12 yards to go for the Hawkeyes. Kaczynski back to pass, gets the rush that time, and incomplete. The rush from number 64, Mike Zinkovic. Zinko's getting in from his left tackle position on this team.
Well, again, ladies and gentlemen, excuse me, my nose is, not only is it's freezing cold, my nose is going to run through the whole game, I guess. But I have to say that so far, the size of the Hawkeyes has not made much difference offensively anyway. They're really not blocking all that well.
Back to punt for the Hawkeyes. Number 88, Jim Fitzmaurice, snaps back. Kicks away, end over end, taken by Evans on the 25-yard line, tackled on the 26. Good job by Evans to field that ball, though, because it had that bounce that could have rolled it all the way to the goal line. He saved 26 yards.
That's Dave's specialty. I mean, like, he has this thing, he just refuses to let the ball go by him for some reason. And that's what you want. I mean, but it takes a little bit of chutzpah to be able to do that all the time. You know, you're one good hit away from a concussion doing that kind of thing, but he seems to relish when he does it, and he is fun to watch.
First down, Red Tornadoes, 10-17 left in the first half. Karnaski to Veach, up the middle. First down at the 39-yard line. Good blocking that time by the center of the Red Tornado line. Couple neat cuts by Brett there, too. There was one guy had him, and he just did a little juke, and he got up to the 39-yard line.
Now, it's funny. We spread them out that time, and they were really reluctant to leave the 4-4 and cover. They covered, but they shaded themselves back to the line for the run. They don't look real comfortable with when the passing situation comes up.
Malakowski split far left. Veach goes in motion. Karnaski inside to Evans. Good run to about the 47-yard line. It'll be second down and 3. And when you can pick up 6-7 yards on every first down carry, you're going to do good.
This is something I had said before. If you watch what happened in that play on their defense, they sent Malakowski out wide, which was okay. They shifted a guy out and they shaded the other guy. The safety came a little bit over. But they put Veach in motion and that whole defense changed. They shifted all the way over. Then everybody moved away and we ran to where the move left. Where those guys were is where we were designing the play to run. And that's a nicely designed play that way. When you can do that, when you see which way they're moving.
Blitz to Veach. Blitzing linebacker makes the tackle. No, it's a blitzing safety.
Yeah,
it's number 19, which is Kashensky. Yeah. He came up from his free safety position.
He showed blitz from the very beginning of the play. He was absolutely coming the whole time. Very difficult to beat a play like that, especially when you're running.
Third down, 5 yards to go.
You know, when you're running in the middle of the line like that, and you got somebody blitzing up the middle, it's difficult.
Power formation for the Red Tornadoes. 2 tight ends.
Pass.
Stays in the pocket, looks at Jamin. Oh, incomplete at the 40-yard line. Couldn't see it from where we were here.
Yeah. He had his back to us, but it was close, real close out there.
Fourth down, punting situation for the Red Tornadoes. Costello back to punt.
Gasman's out there having a wind check now, like he cares. Like the wind is going to phase him one way or the other out there.
Snaps back. Kicks away. Nice kick. Bounces on about the 29-yard line. Still rolls.
Nice
Almost
bounce.
hit one of the Hawkeyes and downed at about the 17-yard line. First down and 10 Hawkeyes. 8:15 left in the first half. 14-0 Red Tornadoes in the lead.
Nice kick that time by the Castman. He must have got the wind exactly where he wanted it.
Smart defensive play that time on second down by the Hawkeyes that caused us to punt, though. That's where it really came from.
Well, the Hawkeyes, I think now, 8:15 remaining in the second period. The Hawkeyes need to sustain some kind of drive. Maybe not score, but they need to move the ball a little bit, or they're going to be in trouble.
Kashensky back to pass. Looks at the tight end and incomplete, covered by Joe Costello.
Talk about timing a hit. Oh my goodness.
That was timed as perfect as you can get it.
The Hawkeye fans, we were on the
Hawkeye side
of the stadium in the visitors box, and they're really unhappy. But I don't think it was a penalty. I really don't. I think he just timed it perfectly. That time, that was the smaller of the 2 tight ends. The bigger one went in now. 87 and 89.
Right. With Patton and Fitzmaurice.
Well, 87 isn't listed, though.
That's where we're missing it.
But he's the smaller of the ones.
Shotgun formation, but they hand off. Bring Richardson around the left side, and he knocked out of bounds by Higgins. That'll be second down, third down, and 10 yards to go. The referees are all from District 3, too.
Are they?
Yes. Just thought I'd throw that little tidbit in for you.
I was confused a few times with the referees last week, but I didn't say anything. I just wasn't exactly sure all the calls they were making.
Well, actually, there's no 77 out there, so 87 must be 77. It must be Tom Martin.
Yeah, we'll have to assume that.
3rd down, 9 yards to go. Kaczynski, straight drop in the pocket. Throwing long, incomplete at about the 40-yard line. He rushed that one. He was ready for the rush to come after him.
Yeah, and the receiver looked a little bit hesitant as to where he was throwing the ball. I don't think he knew where the pattern was because he had actually held up a little bit. And if he would have kept running, I think he might have had a chance at the ball, but he was also looking at a major league hit coming, too, if he kept going along the sideline like that.
Matt Montgomery was coming over from his free safety position. 88 in punt formation, Jim Fitzmaurice. Snaps back, kicks away. A sailor, he got into the wind. Malachowski does a nice job to receive the ball at about the 46-yard line. Still on his feet, flags on the play at the 42, and this will be a penalty against the Red Tornadoes.
Yeah. It's difficult when he turned around like that. He turned around and everybody turned around, and that's where you're going to get somebody in the back and you're going to hold or something when that happens. He shifted too many different times that time, and we couldn't do the same with him. And he is absolutely a slippery individual, though, when he's moving around back there.
The referees talk it over, assess the penalty against the Red Tornadoes. There was a blocking below the waist.
Yeah, I think in that case, one of us was already on the ground when it happened. You know what I mean? That was a difficult call because it's such a jumble going on, and he was trying to step over people. Sometimes that's unavoidable when that happens down there.
Malachowski did a nice job to catch that one over his right shoulder. First down, Red Tornadoes, 7:40 left in the first half. The ball's on the 25-yard line. Power right formation for the Red Tornadoes. Going to go to Veach. No, Karnaski keeps it on the rollout. Looks to throw the ball. Now he's just going to run with it and gains about 4 yards to about the 29-yard line.
Well, it had to be a design rollout. There was nobody
there. I know.
There was no receiver in the pattern anywhere. He had no receiver, so either someone didn't do what they were supposed to, or he was supposed to run the ball.
Didn't look like the line was blocking for him to run the ball.
Yeah,
did it?
They looked
like
at a sync on the thing there. I don't know what we were doing on that play, unless the pattern just broke down or somebody fell down and didn't get out in time.
7 minutes left in the first half. Evans split far left. Malachowski split far right. Veach off the left side. Good tackle made that time by number 75, John Sentak.
The Hawkeyes have definitely tightened up defensively a little bit here in the second quarter.
Third down and about 7 yards to go for the Red Tornadoes. Karnaski back to pass. Going to roll to his left. Drug down, lets it go, and incomplete pass at about the 29-yard line. Fourth down for the Red Tornadoes and a punting situation again. That time a big rush. 75 Sentak again, and he's showing his stuff right now, the 300-pounder.
If you saw anything on that play, though, you saw the strength of Karnaski being drugged down like that by a guy that size, and he still threw the ball.
They look like they're coming after the block on this one, too. Snaps back. Here they come. Kicks away. Bounces on the 49, and Cassidy has them rolling good to about the 46-yard line. First down and 10 Hawkeyes. 6 minutes left in the first half.
Full punt block on that time. They brought the whole shebang with them that time.
You could see them. They were digging their toes in, Warren.
They were ready. Hawkeye fans are not out of the game for sure. They're down here screaming and yelling and hollering down there.
Well, it is an improved team over last year, and when you have those freshmen that come up, sometimes you can get a group of sophomores that can help you out an awful lot. And I think we saw that this year here with the Red Tornadoes. Kaczynski to the fullback. Richardson gets about 3-yard gain. Tackle made by Higgins and Malachowski.
The only safe thing about that play is you know that he's not going to break it on you. He really doesn't look like he has a lot of speed.
Second down, about 7 yards to go. Now they go to the little quick defense here with 47 Steve Sinkovich and 54 Jeff Evans. Kashensky to the tailback. Off the left side. Good tackle made by Malachowski. Gain of about 3 yards, though. They'll have a third down and about 2 yards to go. Puts the ball on the 46-yard line. 5:11 left in the first half. 14-0 Red Tornadoes in the lead.
Crucial third down play, I think, for the Hawkeyes here in the first half. 4 minutes, 56 seconds remain. It's third and a long 2.
Going to go to the left side with Cunnard. Held up there by Dave Evans. The strong safety comes up, makes a great tackle, and holds him for no gain.
Yeah, now it's fourth and a lot longer than 2 now. He'll be given his forward progress to about the line of scrimmage. No forward progress after that. The Hawkeyes are looking around at what to do, and I believe they may go for it.
Yeah, it looks like they're thinking about it, doesn't it? Yep, there's... Well, Kashensky's the punter, too, so...
Yeah, I'm looking at 9 was the guy that I was watching, Richardson.
Yeah, Kashensky was over here, but they are going for it. Fourth down, 1 yard to go, 4:13 left in the first half. Cast off the right side, first down. Hawkeyes at the 41-yard line. Good play that time. They went right at the right side, at the left side of our defense. Good blocking by the right side of the Hawkeye line. First down at the 41-yard line. 3:59 left in the first half.
Now the first real offensive spark the Hawkeyes have shown this evening so far.
Kashensky, he's going to try throwing. Big rush by Evans. Incomplete at about the 35-yard line.
Kashensky really has no time to throw the ball.
No, Jeff Evans is or either one of the Sinkoviches right now, are all three of them getting in.
And he's really having a tough time.
Second down and 10, 3:34 left in the first half. 89, the big tight end Hatton comes back into the lineup, and they've gone to him tonight. When he comes in, he's somebody to look for.
He's 200 pounds, that kid.
5'11", 200. He looks taller than 5'11", too, doesn't he?
So does the quarterback. I don't know if you line about their height on this one.
Kashensky, back to pass. Looks at Cunnard out here in the flat. Hits him. Big tackle by Chicatano, and then finished off by 83 Eric Higgins. Loss of about a yard.
Yeah. And again, the quarterback was under extreme pressure. He threw a pass that was very difficult to catch. Had he led him better, he might have been able to gain some yardage. But he was fighting, just trying to catch the ball, and by the time he did, he was nailed. But the center, wherever the center here is on the Hawkeyes.
Joe Toole.
And he's going to have nightmares, I'll tell you, between those two nose tackles right now, going in and out. Excuse me, look at the tight formation on the middle of the line.
Shotgun formation for the Hawkeyes. Third down, 11 yards to go. Snaps back. Rush from Malachowski that time. Hits Richardson, and we have a flag on the play.
That'll go against the Hawkeyes.
You would think so.
Yeah, I believe one of them held. They were holding Evans, I believe. 63 or 54. One of them's going to get caught.
The pass was complete to about the 39-yard line. It'll be fourth down and 9 yards to go. So now they talk it over with Joe Costello, who's captain of the Red Tornadoes, about what they're going to do with this one. I guess the march off goes from where where it happened too, and they're showing where the flag is now. Now it'll be 10 yards from there, and that'll take it back to the 35-yard line. So big.
Sorry about that.
Big penalty. That's okay. Big penalty for the Hawkeyes.
Well, what you're looking at there is not only was it a big penalty, but field position is going to change so dramatically now. It's 3rd and 33. Big Red's betting they're not going to have a 3rd and 33 play, although I have one. Remember, I had one the last time.
You had one,
that's right. I'm not going to say a word
about it. We'll see if they call it. Koshinsky goes from the shotgun formation. Big rush. 54, Jeff Evans, and finished off by 47, Steve Sinkovich, but Jeff Evans all the way on that play.
Evans, they can't control Evans right now. I mean, he is absolutely out of control right now for them on offense. He's everywhere. The center is absolutely being beaten on every play right now. He's past the center before the center is even locked to ready to block, so it could be a really long night for Kaczynski if they don't figure out what to do with Evans right now.
And Jeff's back another 2 years. We're going to watch him 2 more years.
He's an amazing little guy.
Fitzmaurice back to punt. End over end kick taken by Malachowski at the 43. Turns it straight upfield this time and gets it to the 49-yard line. First down and 10, Red Tornadoes. 1:37 left in the first half. Would think it's passing time for the Red Tornadoes.
I would imagine they're in Hawkeye territory, just over the mid-stripe line. Now the Hawkeyes have played tough defense since they're a little bit in the very beginning of the first quarter. They've tightened their defense up, and they're playing excellent football on the defensive side of the ball. Offensively, they're having some serious problems, but
Evans goes in motion. Karnowski on the pitch to Veach. Going to take it around the outside and goes only to about the 48-yard line. Good coverage that time by 88 Fitzmaurice.
Yeah. Just couldn't get Boyer out there quick enough. Boyer was out there, but he got around him. Veach had passed him before he could get the block made. Again, and you know, they're doing what other teams have done. It seems like they're intent on not letting you get around them. Yet when they do that, they have to sacrifice the middle. That's the only thing they could be giving up then. Now the 4-4 defense is a pretty good defense to keeping you inside because you got the 2 linebackers outside like that.
Karnowski from the shotgun, lots of time. Now he's going to roll to his left. Looking downfield, lets it fly, has Malachowski, touchdown, Red Tornadoes, and Vic uncorked one on that play.
What a throw. What a throw.
They're saying he was past the line of scrimmage, but by no way. He was about at the 49-yard line when he left that one fly into the end zone.
There's not a word to describe what he just did there. I mean, not in high school football. What a throw. Holy goodness. My God.
Sinkovich in this cold weather. It seems a little longer for him to get his shoe changed in this weather, you know? Mike Sinkovich in to attempt the extra point. Snaps back, it's down, the kick's up. And it's good. With 48 seconds left in the first half, the score, the Red Tornadoes 21, the Hawkeyes from Hanover area nothing.
Now again, that illustrates how quickly and how deadly this offense is. I mean, you got him on the run. You figure you're going to pin him to the sideline. You figure he's going down. He uncorks a 50-yard pass or so into the end zone for a touchdown.
Mike Sinkovich, 64, will kick off for the Red Tornado. Oh, big kick this time. Fielded on about the 10-yard line, and that was into a stiff wind by Cunard. He's not going anywhere, and he's tackled at the 31-yard line. In on the tackle, 45, Ryan McGee, 40, Ziegler, and 44, John Kalinowski.
Now, 41 seconds left. I can't imagine the Hawkeyes are going to be doing a whole lot right here. I think they need to get into the locker room and at least offensively regroup. Defensively, they have not played a bad football game. I mean, you're talking just a long pass that stunned them near the half here. But all in all, they've played a pretty good defensive game. Offensively, they've done nearly nothing.
Something missing that they're looking for on the ground right now. Officials timeout. Costello looking for it, and he finds it.
Yeah, I think it's his mouthpiece.
Must be a mouthpiece.
It was Higgins' mouthpiece.
Oh, okay.
That's why he put it back in his mouth, too.
That's a...
What can you do? You violated every health rule on the planet.
Gotta play. Costello looks. Pitches back to Cunard. Off the left side.
Ooh.
Oh, it was Dalton to about the 35-yard line. Big hitting in there. Looked like Jeff Evans. Also Mike Boyer in on the tackle. And Costello. He got kaplowed.
Ooh. Again, nothing fancy so far from the Hawkeyes. I believe they're content with running it out, getting it at halftime, and seeing if they can make some adjustments offensively to get the ball moving a little bit.
14 seconds left on the clock. Kashensky tries it up the middle, going nowhere. Malachowski with the hit along with Costello and Evans. And that's the end of the first half. The score, the Red Tornadoes 21, the Hawkeyes nothing. We'll be back with some halftime stats in one moment. We're back here to start the second half, and it's amazing, Warren, as they put the 15 minutes on the clock for halftime.
Yeah.
It's been in the two district games now and the state game. They wait until that final. Everybody says, why are they waiting? When they wait for that final second to tick off the clock before they take the captains out. Normally, what we've seen during the year is both teams come on the field. There's a minute left on the clock. The timekeeper clicks the clock off, and they walk out to the middle of the field.
Yeah.
And it's it's an unusual situation that you see, but I guess they go right by the book. I think a little bit about, Wayne was talking about that last week, where they go exactly by the book in these playoff games.
Well, the Hawkeye fans are certainly staying with their team. We can hear them in the background. They're in unison yelling, "Let's go Hawks."
And it is a much improved team over what we saw last year.
Well, we said the Cinderella team of the playoffs. They were
is.
1-9, so you come into a game 10-2. You got to be really proud of these kids.
And to be knocking off GAR last week with Harold Jackson, who's a premier running back. I mean, they did a great job to get themselves here. And now we're not done yet. It's 21-0, and the Red Tornadoes will kick off, and it'll be a big defensive stand here for the Red Tornadoes right here in the beginning of the third quarter. .64, Mike Sinkovich will kick off for the Red Tornadoes. Ryan Dalton, Cunnard, and Kashensky back for the Hawkeyes. High kick going to be taken by Cunnard on about the 9-yard line. Up to the 20, finds a hole. Breaks it to the outside of the field, has Dave Evans to run him down, and Mike Sinkovich at the 49-yard line. Nice run back, one of the few that we've seen this year by a team coming back on the Red Tornadoes.
That's exactly the way the Hawkeyes needed to open the second half up, with a big return. Bring the ball into Mount Carmel area territory at about the 48-yard line or so. So the Hawkeyes, they need to move the ball on offense. That's what they didn't do in the first half. They were stymied almost completely offensively. This is an important series of plays, I believe, for them.
Right, that's what we talked about right here. Kashensky with Richardson and Cunnard in the backfield. He's going to go back to pass. Looks over on the left side of the field, incomplete at the 31-yard line. Good coverage that time by 29, Dan Malachowski. He was there all the way.
Yeah, I mean, he was well covered. No halftime stats, ladies and gentlemen. Jose was a guest in the press box on the other side of the stadium. And I guess we just got
that was with
overruled. They must have offered him more money than we did. So we can't give you the halftime stats tonight.
Kashensky, second down, gonna throw again. Hits the tight end on the 40-yard line. It'll be a first down at about the 37-yard line.
That play's been open a couple times.
Number 89 coming out the tight end, Hatton, right across the middle. Tough coverage on tight ends. It happens in high school, college, and pros.
Yeah. Especially now, because like Mount Carmel area probably hasn't seen the tight end in an offense being used this way the whole year. And now you're seeing they're using two tight ends, and they interchange them in and out, and they're both good athletes.
Tries it up the middle, going nowhere that time. Nice tackle made on the bottom of the pile. Looks like
that's Malachowski.
60, Jason Malachowski.
It had his look to it.
What, did he drop like he got shot, right?
Yeah, I mean, just brought him right down. Of course, he's playing against the 300-pounder over there, 75 on the Hawkeye left side of the line, so he's got his hands full all evening with the big guy.
Second down, 10 yards to go for the Hawkeyes. Dalton and Cunnard in the backfield, comes back to Richardson. He's going to throw the ball. Good coverage by Veach all the way to the 15-yard line, right with him.
Yeah, we had 3 guys down there that we read that play very well. Now 9 is the other quarterback.
Yeah.
Richardson's listed as a quarterback, although he plays other positions on offense.
They've had him everywhere. They've had him at fullback that time. I had Cunnard in at tailback, but it was him. He was at the tailback spot, so he does move around. Third down and 10 for the Hawkeyes. Big third down play here for the Hawkeyes.
And now he lines up as a fullback.
Yeah. And actually the fullback, Dalton, is at the tailback spot. Kashansky, quick pass over the middle, but read well by Jamin. Got the big arm up and knocked it down. What can you say, the J-Man?
The J-Man. He must look 100 foot tall to a quarterback when he's got his arms up in the air. Now it brings up a 4th and 10.
It's amazing. He times the jump so well, too. He just gets up and knocks it right down.
Big play for the Hawkeyes. Ball resting on just about the 35-yard line of Mount Carmel area. They need to make something happen right here, or I think it's going to be a long night.
Well, they're going out of the shotgun. Snaps back. Rush from Sinkovic, intercepted by 27, Dave Evans at about the 24-yard line.
Second one of the evening for Dave. Good position. Again, the quarterback, I thought that time made a poor choice. He was throwing into heavy coverage, and he underthrew it anyway. He had some time that time because we didn't rush anybody. It was a standard line rush. We kept everybody in pass coverage, and now the Hawkeyes turned the ball over either way, but not a way that they wanted to start the second half.
Red Tornadoes come out, split formation with the I formation with the backs. Costello and Veach in the backfield. Tries it to Veach off the left side, finds some room to about the 32-yard line. Good coverage. I'll tell you what, their safeties come up and make the tackle.
Yeah.
Those are plays that Brett broke last week and maybe the week before. It was because he could get around the safeties, but the safeties have come up and made some good plays.
And they're really sound defensively. Fundamentally, they play good, sound defense. They're not out of position a lot. They're tough on the line. They're tough to move around. And again, they're backed up well, and it's a good sign of a defense. They have nothing to be sad about in their defense so far this evening.
Second down, 3 yards to go. Costello up the middle, finds some running room. First down at the 39-yard line.
It's amazing how that defense reacted to Veach.
Yeah.
It's amazing how they reacted to Veach that time. They had 2 linebackers stuck right in the hole we chose to run, and I thought, uh-oh. They were standing side by side. He took that little juke step, took a couple of steps, and both of them left the hole.
Yep. 9:29 left in the third quarter.
You should almost give Veach credit for a carry because he did so well just on the decoy that time.
Panaski fakes to Veach, rolling to his right. Flags on the play, gets the pass away, complete to Evans at the 49-yard line, and this will be a penalty against the Red Tornadoes.
Be holding Big Red. That'll be a costly penalty. The only good thing with that penalty is you'll have a full 4 downs to do something
right.
with it. It was 1st and 10 on the penalty.
And they'll take the 10-yard penalty from about the 35-yard line, so that'll move it back to the 25. What, the 15? No, 10-yard holding.
10-yard, yeah. First and 23.
Yeah,
so
you're close to your 33-yard play that
yeah.
you can call.
I'm getting ready.
Well, here's where you want to pick up 10 and 10, right?
Yeah, you got at least 3 downs here. You might as well use them.
Kanaski with Costello, the lone back. Inside to Veach. Read nicely and tackled about the 27-yard line.
That time
63,
he was kinda,
I think O'Toole was in on that tackle.
He was kind of running the Evans play that time.
Malachowski in, second down, 22 yards to go. That was a gain of 1 yard. They do some jumping around, don't they? Do a lot of shifting on defense. Oh, big rush that time by number 66, and good play by Karnaski just to take it. Big rush by the right. It was the right tackle, Miskula. He just came storming in.
Again, tough defense. They really are. They're a hard team to fool with.
3rd down and 24 yards to go for the Red Tornadoes. Karnaski sets the Red Tornadoes back to pass. Looked like it was going to be a draw, a quarterback draw, read nicely by number 75, which is John Sentak, and this will be a 4th down and long for the Red Tornadoes. Good job by the Hawkeye defense that time.
They're fired up, and they should be. They're playing outstanding defense.
Well, Kopats has been around. This coach has won a state championship, and he knows what it's like to be in the top 8 teams right here of the state. Snaps back, big rush. Costello gets a big kickoff, bounces on the 45, still rolling to the 25, down to the 20. And that's from the 25-yard line. That's a 57-yarder.
57-yard punt, ladies and gentlemen, by Costello.
You like the silence as you and I both
We're trying to count, yeah. You got to see us using our fingers, too, on that one. We're not ready for the prime time when it comes to that kind of stuff. Trying to figure out field goals.
Prime time has somebody whisper it in their ears. Remember that. That comes right through. They say 57-yarder, you know. 1st down, Hawkeyes, 7 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Kaczynski, back to pass. Quick drop. Oh, nice rush that time. We're at a bad angle here.
That's Malachowski again.
Jason Malachowski.
He is absolutely tearing up the offensive line, and he's tearing up the big man, the 300-pounder over there. He is making a mess out of him over there on the offensive side of the ball. Sentak's having a good game defensively, but offensively he's not going to want to watch films of this one.
Tight end number 89, Colin Hatton, back into the ball game.
Now, the Hawkeyes put a great defensive stand on there, hold us deep, and all for naught as a 57-yard punt drops them back down to their 16 or 17-yard line.
Going to try it to Cunard. Read nicely by number 64, Mike Sinkovich.
Good hit by Sinkovich that time. Wrapped his arms around, and he was going nowhere.
6 minutes left in the 3rd quarter.
And basically the pressure here is on the Hawkeyes. Big Red can sit back and do nothing else the rest of this game and have back-to-back 21-0 shutouts and you know, advance into that Eastern final. The Hawkeyes, on the other hand, need to make something happen. They need to do it very quickly. There's 5 minutes and 44 seconds remaining in the 3rd period.
Shotgun formation for Kaczynski.
Ooh.
Oh, it was a draw play, and it didn't go anywhere. Malachowski on the hit. Also,
somebody's getting this. The guy is going to get up slow there. And
I think it's Sinkovich.
I don't know if he's hurt. Yeah, he is hurt. We got a man down there, but he was the guy that made the initial hit.
Yeah,
Mike Sinkovich.
Mike Sinkovich. He's just going straight off the sideline, too. He took a pretty good shot in there.
You can tell by the way he's limping there. He's
88 Fitzmaurice back to punt, snaps back, kicks away, big rush from Ziegler, taken by Evans on the 42-yard line, gets some blocks, turns it around the corner, still on his feet, and out of bounds at about the 21-yard line. Good run by Dave Evans, some good blocking there by the Red Tornado line.
And again, this is not what the Hawkeyes wanted to happen. Their punting game is not what you'd want it to be. He's had a tough night all evening. Again, a short punt, and we're catching it on the fly, which is the big difference, where Hanover's letting it drop. And you got such a roll on that last punt. You can't allow that to happen. The coverage, again, he's not kicking it long enough for the coverage to get anywhere near it.
4:49 left in the 3rd quarter, 21-0, Red Tornadoes in the lead. Kranaski to Veach. Off the right side. Going to take it wide. Down to about the 18, 17-yard line. Good coverage again. That's number 9 coming up, Eric Richardson from his cornerback spot.
Yeah, just once, I like Brett. If there's anything that kid ever does for me, is teach me that little step that he just used there. He's a little stutter step. I don't know how he could do that. He amazes me.
64, Mike Sinkovich is out of the game right now at the guard position. And it puts 72 Jamie Vogler in at left guard. Kranaski. Back to pass, straight drop back. Now he's going to roll to his left, looks downfield, hits Jamin, first down at about the 11-yard line.
Jamin wasn't tackled that time. He was knocked over by the pass. Boy, what a bullet.
Vic likes to roll, too. He throws good from that roll position.
That's actually a real oddity for a kid as big as he is. I just was saying
he just
before.
Throws well from that roll.
Kids that are big like him, they like to sit in the pocket and pick a receiver out, but he doesn't. He can move around, and always in the back of your mind is he going to decide to run with it?
3:46 left in the third quarter. Kranaski takes the pitch, goes up the middle to Costello to about the 9-yard line. Tackle made by 75, John Sentak. Second down, 9 yards to go. Red Tornadoes can make a first down inside the 1-yard line.
A score here would pretty much seal this game. I don't think the Hawkeyes can come back from any more of a deficit they have now. They're having trouble responding to 21 down.
Kranaski fakes to Costello on the option play, pitches to Veach, gets him around the corner, touchdown, Red Tornadoes, the option run as well as you can see it run.
We do it once or twice
a
game.
That's as good as it can be run.
And we textbook it each time we do it. Absolutely beautiful.
Kranaski took the big hit when he did it, but boy, did he do a great job of getting that one to the outside to Veach.
And I believe that sounded the death knell for the Hawkeyes. I believe that sounded the death knell for the Hawkeyes. That they're not going to be able to come back from this big of a deficit.
Well, and actually, there's a continuation of Brett Veach's record too for number of touchdowns in games. He did not have a touchdown in this game yet.
You have to own a personal computer to keep track of Brett's records this year.
Sinkovich back to kick, kicks up. And it's good. 2:52 left in the third quarter. The score, the Red Tornadoes 28, the Hawkeyes nothing.
I might add Sinkovich did kick that, so he's fine. He's back. And the Hawkeyes kind of rocked on their heels now. 28-0 near the end of the third quarter. And offensively unable to penetrate Mount Carmel area's defense. They have done nothing against the defense so far.
Big play there was Costello's punt, 57-yard punt. The defense comes in, holds them, and then the Red Tornadoes take it in.
It's funny. It's funny that you say that. People don't ever believe that a punt, the kicking game, could be such a big advantage to you when you're playing a tight game. And there you saw a perfect example of what it can do to you. It completely changed the complexion of the second half so far. They open up with a big run. They're in our territory. They pin us deep. We're punting, and then boom. Over a period of 3 or 4 minutes, they're down another 7 points.
Mike Sinkovich will kick off for the Red Tornadoes. Out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
He got that one over the fence that time. He did. He got it right out of the stadium.
This one, the Hawkeyes will take over. First down and 10 on the 35-yard line.
You can't gripe about him, though. I'll tell you what. He's had some great kickoffs.
Yes,
he really did.
With the wind and against the wind.
That might be his first one out of the stadium, though.
2:52 left in the third quarter.
I could just see his brother on the sideline. Nice kick. It's like the two of them aren't rumbling over there in the middle of the game.
That's why they're such good wrestlers. Because they can wrestle each other.
I've seen them wrestle each other already.
flags, and one of the few motion penalties we've seen by either offense. Good offense tonight by both teams in terms of that.
It's been a pretty good disciplined game as far as penalties goes. There really weren't a lot of penalties, and no penalties have changed the complexion of the game. You know, nothing really pivoted on what happened in a penalty, and that's what you want.
Illegal procedure called against the Hawkeyes.
5-yard penalties against Hanover. Bring up a first and 15. First and 15 for Hanover from their own 30-yard line.
First down and 15. Kashensky with Cunard, the lone back. Fakes it up the middle. Back to pass. Looks over in the flat. Covered by Evans, but complete at about the 36-yard line. Looks like they're going to call an interference call here.
That's one cheapy call.
Oh boy, that's going to be a dilly. There's one.
Yeah,
you finally found one.
I said it, and there he. Ooh, I don't know what he was calling there. In fact, I'm going to wait and see. It may not even be interference.
No.
It couldn't have been interference.
Let's see what they're calling. Yeah, I guess that's what they called. So this will give the Hawkeyes a first down probably at the 45-yard line. Should.
That was a tough call. That really was. A hard one with that one.
Well, here we go.
Automatic first down, first and 10 for Hanover.
First down, Hanover the ball on the 45-yard line. Kashensky looks in the flat. Now he's going to throw long. Veach is out there. Intercepted by Brett Veach at the 21-yard line. That's as good as you can defend anybody.
Yeah, it really was. Great defense. I mean, Brett's defense gets overshadowed by what he does, but he truly is a great defensive football player. And that was position. He had inside position on the play. And Kaczynski's having an absolutely miserable night so far.
Yes, he is.
Really, I don't think he's completed 3 passes, and he's been intercepted 3 or 4. Is it 4 times now or 3 times?
Well, he's going against the best defense in the state right now, and it shows right now.
I mean, pass defense, we're truly a rock. Very difficult to throw the ball against us.
Veach up the middle. Gain of only about 2 yards. Big pile up there in the middle, and they just collapse on Veach. It appears like everybody's out to tackle Brett tonight, doesn't it?
Well, I mean, that's anybody who has a game plan is going to have that as their game plan.
Right.
Let's face it, he's the preeminent runner in the East and probably the state right now. I mean, certainly you want to gear yourself. If you don't gear yourself to stop him, you might as well write the game off because he's going to kill you.
2 minutes left in the third quarter, 28-0. Red Tornadoes in the lead. Costello off the right side, gets only about a yard. Kashensky in on the tackle from his safety position. Third down, 8 yards to go. But precious time running off the clock against the Hawkeyes right here. Evans and Malachowski split far right for the Red Tornadoes. Veach and Costello in the backfield. Karnaski back to pass. Shovel pass to Veach. Oh, great blocking setup. And Veach is on his way. They're going to call a clip against the Red Tornadoes here, and Malachowski had a good block. It was not a clip.
Right on the 30-yard line. That'll come back.
Boy, there were some great blocks there, too. That's going to be a clipping call against the Red Tornadoes or illegal use. I guess illegal use of the hands could be there, too.
Yeah,
but
I think it's going to be a clip.
This will make a long third down for the Red Tornadoes.
Is it ready yet? Am I ready to bring out my play?
I don't think it's going to be that long. It'll
No.
make it only about 15 yards to go.
All right, 3rd and 16. All
Right.
As I told Coach Connolly to watch the box, that I would signal it in to him if he needed it. Saw him at halftime.
Evans, Veach, and Jamin split far left. Kanaski gonna roll to that side. Looks back on a screen pass to Higgins. And gets it up to about the 22-yard line. A nice play. It was a good play, but just wasn't enough to gain 15 yards.
One guy penetrated the line of blockers there and caused it to fall a little bit short.
And gets it up to about the 22-yard line. A nice play. It was a good play, but just wasn't enough to gain 15 yards.
One guy penetrated the line of blockers there and caused it to fall a little bit short. 4th and 8 now for Big Red in a punting situation. Well, if I was Hanover, I'd back these guys up a little. And are going back into a double safety now to receive the punt.
Snaps back. Costello had to come up for it, end over end. Hits on the 48 and out of bounds at about the 49-yard line. First down and 10. Hawkeyes from the 49. 23 seconds left in the third quarter.
Now the Hawkeyes will take the ball over in Mount Carmel area territory. If they're going to have something to do on offense, this might be the time to do it.
They are running out of time right now, Warren. Kemp Memorial Stadium, a cold, blustery night. The wind's just whipping out there, but the Red Tornadoes are hot tonight. Kashensky. Oh.
Look
Sean
at
J.
Look at J-Man.
Hey, you know what? He just came down. He just gave a little fit. Yep, I got that one.
The J-Man. I mean, now that he's now convinced that he's not going to fast the ball at all over there.
They're trying to get that little slant play to work. It's just a guy cutting across there, and Jamin watching the quarterback all the way.
Yeah, he knows the play. He really does. He knows exactly what's happening all the time. He's enjoying himself on that one, though.
Second down, 10 yards to go. Shensky back to pass. Looks over in the flat to the tight end. Coverage by Shikatano, but incomplete. Incomplete.
Dropped the ball.
Patton dropped the ball. Third down, 10 yards to go. This could be a long final quarter if they keep throwing like this.
Yeah. Well, they have to. I mean, they have no choice. You got to put the ball in the air.
Matt Bomber into the lineup for the Hawkeyes. They're going to go with 3 split ends here. No tight end. They put 2 backs to try to help with the blocking. Incomplete, bounces on about the 35-yard line.
That's one of the few times he had time and he short-armed it.
Well, what they did, they kept extra backs in that time to try to block the rush. 4th down and 10 yards to go. Punting situation. Fitzmaurice, 88, the punter, comes into the lineup. I guess time for the Red Tornadoes to watch for a fake punt here also.
Yeah, it's a good place to do it. You're in Mount Carmel area territory. And I'll be truthful with you, you've got to start pulling all the stops out. There's 6 seconds remaining in the third period. You don't do it soon, you're not going to do it. You're going to be going home for the rest of the year.
Evans and Malakowski drop back. There's the fake. Looks at a receiver breaking. Over his hand at about the 35-yard line. First down and 10, Red Tornadoes from the 48-yard line.
Nice play.
We called it, too.
It was a nice play.
Called
well
by
designed.
WKMC.
Yes, it was. You had that one figured. Nice play. I give him a lot of credit for running that play. That's exactly what I would have done. Give you a
chance. That's the end of the third quarter. The score, the Red Tornadoes 28, the Hawkeyes nothing.
You are listening and watching WKMC TV, broadcasting directly from the campus at Mount Carmel Area High School over a microwave signal WLX267. We are an instructional fixed television service, and you are catching us on Channel 13 Wednesday night, 8 p.m. on the Service Electric Cable System. We would not be able to bring this game to you tonight, and a big thank you goes out to them. You've been seeing their commercials and things on the TV, and if you can, you go out and patronize those people because they're patronizing us. Okay, I'm done all my work for now. I can just coast the rest of the quarter. I'm done. Once I get to that third period mark, it's all downhill.
Karnatsky going to come out right here from the shotgun formation to start the fourth quarter. Snaps back. Lots of time looking downfield. Let's one rip at Evans. He catches it on the 20.
Yes.
Oh,
he caught
that
it.
That is a
horrible
call.
Oh.
Had the binoculars on that one. Horrible call. That one went right in. Dave Evans kept both elbows down, and that was.
I think referees have been watching him all year, and just they refuse to let him catch one of those fingertip ones.
He's
done it 6 or 7 times.
And that guy's watching from his backside.
Yeah,
he's watching from his backside.
I'm not real thrilled about that part of it.
Second down, 10 yards to go for the Red Tornadoes.
That's 6 or 7 times across this year he's been robbed of either a catch or an interception for that same reason.
But what a nice play that was, huh?
Ooh. That's offside on the Hawkeyes.
That's going to be on the Hawkeyes. The referees talk it over. 11:51 left in the ball game. Quarterfinal action here in the state playoffs.
We can already say congratulations. Of course, this is happening after the game, but we know it now that Southern has gone on to romp over Camp Hill. It's only a matter of what the final score turns out.
It was 40-0, I guess, what we heard last.
They're laying a beating on Camp Hill right now as we speak.
Karnatsky to Veach, off the left side, finds some room, breaks it to the outside, gets a block, still on his feet at the 20.
Touchdown.
Touchdown, Red Tornadoes, and Brett finally broke one. Good blocking by the Red Tornadoes that time, but Veach breaks one.
How many times can you change direction like he does in one play? I mean, Aaron, we've said so many things about him. To say things now is almost redundant, but he's just a beauty to watch. He truly is.
Mike Sinkovich changes the shoe.
There it is.
The fake. And it's good.
Wait, that didn't look good. I thought he was going to fall right in the beginning.
That one goes to Dave Evans. He runs it in. With 11:48 left in the ball game, the score, Mount Carmel area 36, Hanover area Hawkeyes nothing. And a lot of people say, why do you run it at that point? Because you want people to see it happen, that you really can do that, and that keeps everybody on guard and watching what you're doing.
You want McDevitt or North Schuylkill to see it and see it
right.
go on, and that's exactly what you do. You're right. You're exactly right. That's coaching there. You're seeing the staff do something there because they're setting it up.
Kicking off for the Red Tornadoes, number 64, Mike Sinkovich.
Kicking off from Mount Carmel will be number 64, Mike Sinkovich. Kickoff return for Hanover, number 32, Paul Kennard, along with number 16, Brian Hatton.
Taken by number 16, Brian Hatton, brings it up the middle. Popped by Steve Sinkovich, also in there, 45, Brian McGee.
Supper Club last night, an excellent meeting last night. Of course, in the state playoffs come there, the best meetings. Unfortunately, you're watching us now, and Supper Club has taken place already because it was moved to Wednesday for the holiday of Thanksgiving. So we're not able to tell you to be there, but it is tonight. It was tonight. It started at 6:30. And
we hope you got it over in enough time to get home and watch this.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Well, don't worry, I will.
First down, Hawkeyes. Koshenski tries it on it was an option play. Higgins read it all the way, though, stuck right with it. Also in on the tackle, getting up off the bottom of the pile, 41, Joe Costello.
Well, Big Red cruising now, of course, 36-0. Hawkeyes are done for the year. They'll be going home. Great season. They'll end up 10-3, and again, you cannot say enough about a team that was 1-9 last year, coming back and finishing up 10-3. Great football people at Hanover. They have a nice crowd down here tonight.
A lot of young
cheering to the end, in fact.
Yeah, they were.
And a lot of kids you're going to see again on this team. They got a lot of youngsters on this team.
Second down and 8. Kashensky fakes it up the middle. Big rush from Jeff Evans. Lets it fly. Intercepted by 21, Matt Montgomery. And no, he dropped the ball.
Actually, he landed on the ball is what happened.
Did he really?
Yeah. And he's hurt. That's exactly what he did. He landed on the ball and it squirted out on him. That's painful. Knocked the wind out of him, I'm sure, is what happened to him.
Boy, he had it, though. He had it in his grips.
Absolutely. That's typical play from him, too. I mean, we've seen that over and over this year.
Yeah, he took it in his stomach. You see him grabbing right at his stomach right now.
Well, up until that point, we didn't have an injury.
No. Sinkovic.
Right.
Mike Sinkovic on the one. He came back in, right. Montgomery looks all right, too, though. It looks like he's going off, but he'll be okay.
Except he keeps swaying to that one side. Coach Edwards is trying to yank him the other way. We'll see who came in for him.
45, Ryan McGee.
Ryan McGee.
He'll put McGee at the strong safety and Dave Evans at the free safety position. Kashensky on third down and 8. Oh, a big rush from Malachowski and Jeff Evans. Now Higgins trying to run him down, and he does run him down at about the 25-yard line. Good job, Eric Higgins.
Higgins. Oh, right. Took him head on, too. All right.
Fourth down. Hawkeyes, and they'll be in a punting formation.
Been a tough evening for the Hawkeyes.
Yes, it has.
Offensively, they were never able to mount anything to resemble a drive or even 5 or 6 plays strung together. The quarterback has had a horrible night, and again, a function of a good defense. We were much quicker than they were on offense. They were not able to turn the corner. They were not able to outrun us much, and the quarterback had very little protection.
Fitzmaurice's punt bounces on about the 45-yard line and is downed. First down and 10, Red Tornadoes.
Now, I don't expect to see a ton from us right now.
No, you would think this is the old grind it out right here. 9:58 left in the ball game.
Just kill some time. Maybe get some players some playing time here. I see them. They're starting to mill around over there to get ready to come in. Of course, with a 36-point bulge, you can afford to do that, get some state playoff experience, which is truly precious to do that. So it really looks good for us here in the fourth period.
Kanaski pitches to Costello. Big hole up the middle, Joe Costello, and he makes a cut at the 35, to the 30, to the 20. Cuts back at the 10, fumbles, picks his fumble up. Touchdown, Joe Costello.
Only the cast man can do that. Only the cast man can drop the ball, pick it up, and go
what
in.
a hole. What a hole for Cassie. Everybody went after Brett, and it just opened up there on the right side. Jonathan Nelson center and Chickapano.
Now there's a flag on the field at the 5. I saw him throw it.
It's a touchdown. They're waving it off.
And you know what I think? He was trying to mark the ball where it hit the ground.
And he pulled the flag instead of the marker.
I think that's what he actually threw down. Now there's a highlight film for the cast man. Yeah. What a run. My goodness.
9:41 left in the ball game. Montgomery's in here to hold, too. Snaps back, kicks up, and it's good. With 9:41 left in the ball game, the score, the Red Tornadoes 43, the Hawkeyes nothing.
Oh, the cast.
That was a great run.
Never ceases to amaze me. Never ceases to amaze me. Thank you.
64 will kick off. Mike Sinkovic for the Red Tornadoes. I think you'll see some faces change now, Warren.
The Hanover coaches just went by in back of us, wished us good luck, told us a great game. A great bunch of people here from Hanover area tonight.
Kickoff goes out of bounds at the 25-yard line. First down and 10, Hawkeyes from the 35.
I'll tell you, a young coaching staff.
Yeah, they are, aren't they?
Either that or we're just getting old. And everybody starts to look young to us.
Kopats has been around for a while, but, you know, he has some younger guys with him right now. So is the Central staff, though.
Yeah.
So maybe we are getting older,
yeah,
right?
We're just getting older. They're not really that young. We're just old.
Timeout, Mount Carmel, and here comes the defense off. Standing ovation by the Red Tornadoes fans.
And they earned it. Absolutely, they earned it.
We have this ticket information for you. If the score holds up, tickets for the Mount Carmel game for next week will be on.
Now what you might see is Kopats going and trying to score a touchdown here, because that's happened a few times in these games.
So yeah, I would get my kids in there.
Right now.
The state playoff game, let them get some experience. Let them say they played in a state playoff game. It's 43-0. That's 7 points. Doesn't mean diddly.
Nope.
I never did understand why you want to score that 7 points all the time.
I agree, Warren.
Be a big night at the Elston House, I guess.
Yep.
As the bus pulls in.
Yeah, they'll get ready for next week. They're taking one game at a time.
Yep.
They've all talked about it, and they're doing it that way, and that's great. Looks like Dalton tries it off the left side, in on the tackle, 81 Zavaric. Also 54 Jeff Evans. Kept one guy in there that's been playing tonight. Jeff Evans stayed.
Evans stayed in.
Hold that middle down. Steve Sinkovich takes the calls from Coach Conley on the sideline. Second down, about 7 yards to go, 9:14 left in the ball game. Try it. Up, no, it's the pitch out here to Dalton. Finds some running room to the 50-yard line, knocked out of bounds by 80, Chris Cuff. First down, Hawkeyes from the 46-yard line.
For Hanover from the Mount Carmel area 46-yard line.
We had,
Actually,
Joe.
right now, the fans here from the Hawkeye fans are yelling they want the white shirts in. They don't want this offense in there. They're actually a little rowdy down here in front of us right now, Warren. Off to Cunnard, off the right side. Got lots of running room and gets down to the 30-yard line. First down, Hawkeyes from the 30.
Now, the Hawkeyes are convinced that they're not going to be shut out. That's exactly what they're trying to do. They're not going to rest until they score. As I was about to say, you got some great camera work again tonight, and we try to mention these guys all the time. My man, Joe Novotny over here to my right, and, of course,
Andrea.
Miss Wine on my left here, who is the quiet one. You wouldn't even know she was here, but she's doing an excellent work on both. We have both cameras running side by side over here.
Pitch back to Cunnard. Cuts it back up the middle. Good hit that time by number 40, Ziegler.
And to be truthful with you, I don't know who's down in the truck, Joe. Who we got downstairs tonight? Gary Tresker, is he it? And, of course, the big man, George. I mean, Gary has to spend the day with George down there. Oh, boy. That might be a reason to start drinking, huh?
8 minutes left in the ball game.
George was up here before the game. How about it? Have you seen him that excited in a long time?
No. Well, we nearly got kicked out.
Yeah,
That's why.
he was up here. He was all bent out of shape.
Hand off to Dalton. Good run down by number 47, Steve Sinkovich.
Ziegler also on the
And
on
Ziegler.
The
Third down, 5 yards to go.
Number 47, Steve Sinkovich.
I shouldn't say that so much about George, though, because it really takes a lot to rile George up. You know,
That's right.
But it takes everything kind of in stride.
He was
there.
pretty calm.
Yeah, I was probably more riled up than he was.
Well, that's because they wanted to boot you right out.
He's more of a. They think they could have fit me through these openings here. I'll tell you what. It would have been a tight squeeze getting me out of here.
7 minutes left in the ball game. Kaczynski going to take it himself around the left side. He's not going anywhere. Ooh. Big hit by Chris Cuff and 81 Zavaric. Also, and Ryan McGee, 45.
Well, brings up a fourth down now for the Hawkeyes.
Fourth down, 1 yard to go. This other group of defense, this other defense for the Red Tornadoes doing a great job right now. The younger Tornadoes,
The
I
younger
guess, right?
ones. That's about it. They're just the younger ones. I wouldn't want to differentiate between the two of them.
Fourth down. Try it up to Dalton. Gets the first down at about the 19-yard line.
Tell you what, he was close.
.6:57 left in the ball game. 43-0. Red Tornadoes in the lead. Hawkeyes just trying to go for a touchdown here.
We just had a clarification from the camera crew. They're getting
Okay.
technical now. Joe's actually giving you play-by-play there.
Okay.
And these really tight shots, that's Andrea, the one that's
Okay.
really zooming in on you.
Tries the Dalton off the left side. Cuff on the tackle. Good job by Chris Cuff. Gets him on the 15-yard line.
17-7 with 5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Bishop McDevitt 17, North Schuylkill 7.
We heard a McDevitt score here. McDevitt 17, North Schuylkill 7, but that's only at the end of the third quarter. They do have a good field goal kicker, McDevitt does, the Bishop
yeah?
McDevitt Crusaders.
Second down and 6 for Hanover.
Kaczynski tries to Cunard off the right side.
The ball carriers number
Ziegler on the initial hit, helped out by 70 Ober.
Well, if the Hanover Hawkeyes don't get moving here, they're going to run out of time, and none of these kids are going to get to play any playing time here. I'm definitely not in favor of this.
Nope, not most coaches are not. 5:30 left in the ball game.
Carmel will face the winner of the North Schuylkill Bishop McDevitt game, and the game will be played here at Kemp Stadium.
27, Dalton goes to about the 8-yard line. They did just announce that Mount Carmel now winning. The game will be played here at Kemp Memorial Stadium next week.
Absolutely, right. That's great. Be so close, give everybody a chance, to travel a short distance
Right.
to see us play.
First down and goal to go for the Hawkeyes from the 8-yard line.
Goal for Hanover on the Mount Carmel area 7-yard line. First and goal to go for Hanover on Mount Carmel 7.
George said to make sure we tell everybody that we will be broadcasting that game.
Yes, we will. That one has been paid for also. Flags on the play, and this one will be probably a delay of game. Marches them back to the 14-yard line.
Fans are definitely getting restless. in
Yeah,
front
they
of this
are.
here. They like to
Definitely
see
are.
some other kids play football here, and I really believe this is not right. You should not be doing this now. There's 4 minutes and 47 seconds left in this game. It's 43-0. You're
Well, there's
not
actually
going to win.
9 minutes left when this drive started,
Yeah.
too. So they've been going for 9 minutes with their first team right here. 4:37 left now. Kaczynski going to take it on the bootleg. Jeff Evans with the initial hit and big gang tackling. Chris Cuff in there. Also 40 Ziegler.
On the tackle is number 47, Steve.
47 Steve Sinkovich.
Great job by those guys. I'll tell you what, this defense here is they've stiffened up. They were beaten a couple times early in the drive, but now it's like the Hawkeyes aren't able to penetrate any further than they've gotten, and the clock continues to tick away.
Second down and goal to go from the 12. 89, the big tight end comes in.
Pass.
Kaczynski's going to pass. Rush from Evans into the end zone, incomplete, and this will be third down and goal to go.
Good coverage that time by Big Red. I'll tell you, look, there's 4 guys down there. Everybody had their man. And he got a good rush, too.
Avellino on the coverage, number 37. 44, John Kalinowski also covering there. 81, Zavarik was in the coverage.
I should have taped this handkerchief to my nose. I would have been better off.
.349 left in the ball game. McGee was also in the coverage on that play. They're going from the shotgun. Big rush from Ober. Oh, great play by 47, Steve Sinkovich to break that one up. Oh, wow.
Excuse me. Well, he came out of nowhere. Did you see that?
Yep. Well, you know you're going to see another pass play here. They have a 4th down and goal to go from the 13-yard line.
If I were them, I'd run the tight end play.
Yeah.
It was the only one that really had any kind of success this evening.
Well, he's in there, too, right now. Sinkovich playing in linebacker there, left linebacker. Koshinsky going from the shotgun formation, 3:41 left in the ball game. Snaps back. Oh, he has time this time, looking in the end zone, holding there, but they didn't call it. Still looking over in the corner of the end zone. Touchdown, Hawkeyes, and that time, that all that left that happened was a holding against Jeff Evans. He was actually tackled on that play.
And he just said it to the ref.
He was tackled.
He just mentioned it to the ref.
Well, I could see that one, so.
That's a cheapy touchdown. That shouldn't count that for 6 points. That should be 4 points. No, wait. Yeah, excuse me.
43-6. Hawkeyes are going to try the extra point. 49 in to attempt the extra point for the Hawkeyes. Gavlik's kick is up and no good. With 3:30 left in the ball game, the score, the Red Tornadoes 43, the Hawkeyes 6.
You know, I might add, they run the same play as we do and they got beat by it.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
That's the first time you got to see a great defensive job that time by the young Tornadoes.
Absolutely.
They just hung in there real tough.
I think if Hanover doesn't put some clean jerseys in this game, there's going to be a riot here.
Friday next week here at Penn Stadium. Tickets will be on sale at Mount Carmel High School Monday through Wednesday from 8 in the morning to 2 in the afternoon, and the Monday evening from 6 to 8 p.m. Mount Carmel will face the winner of the North Schuylkill Bishop McNevitt game. It'll be here at Penn Stadium next Friday.
Hanover to kick off.
Kicking off is number 49.
Bailey,
Whoa.
up the middle. Oh, good tackle made by number 9, Richardson. Still in the game.
yeah, still in the game is right.
At about the 41-yard line. First down, Red Tornadoes.
All right, looks like a couple of new-looking guys just went into the game for Hanover. I think.
Yeah, there's a couple.
He hasn't changed his whole defense.
No, he kept Richardson in there for sure.
Okay, here comes Kaczynski out.
Yeah. Wojtovich, number 1 at quarterback, hands off to Sinkovich, bowls up the middle for a 9-yard gain. Big run by Steve. Oh, and that should be a flag against Hanover. Kalinowski did nothing. It's going to be against Richardson, who's been playing in this whole game, and he's starting it with our young guys.
I mean, and he shouldn't have been in the game now.
Nope.
The frustration level is so high. Why is he still in there? That's not the way he wanted to leave the field after this game. I know it isn't.
Oh, they injected him, too.
Yeah, they threw him out.
He's ejected.
He shouldn't have been in there.
This will be a 15-yard penalty against the Hawkeyes and move the ball to about the 40-yard line in Hawkeye territory. 3:11 left on the clock. It goes down to the 36-yard line.
In the fourth quarter, Riverside 6, Shenandoah Valley 6. In the fourth quarter, Southern Area 48, Campbell 8. First and 10 miles.
Wojtovich, hands off to Bailey. Finds some, oh, that was McGee to the
McGee,
29-yard line.
That was McGee, 45. Big Red's having its way offensively right now.
2:43 left in this ball game. Red Tornadoes are going to go into the semifinals. I guess they
the
call it
Eastern
the
Final.
State Eastern Finals,
Eastern
don't they?
Final,
Right. Semifinals of the Eastern
Every
Tournament.
year they
but
call it something different,
I know.
so it doesn't matter. I mean, they'll change it next year to be a different name.
And I guess one thing while we're on here you should know is that
Eastern Finals.
Eastern
right.
Finals. One thing you should know while we're on here is that the only compensation that is given to the schools this year is on the ticket sales at your own school. So everybody that's watching, make sure you go down to our high school to buy the tickets. Don't wait and buy them at the gate here, because nothing goes toward Mount Carmel to travel anywhere and pick up any money from the PIAA. Hand off to Bailey. Find some running room.
There he
Gets
goes.
to the 20, to the 10. About to the 8-yard line, 2:14 left on the clock, and these young guys are doing a good job out here.
Well, Bailey, the freshman. I mean, there it is, a live freshman running. You're 2 games away from the state final. Look what he's doing. I tell you, knowing you got freshmen like that lets you sleep easier at night if you're a Mount Carmel area fan. Look at the line blowing holes open down there too. My goodness, they're not taking any prisoners.
They're waiting for a play to come in here.
I think we're going to be in trouble if we don't call it.
This
though.
one's going a little slow right here.
We're going to take a 5-yard hit, I think. Here.
1:48 left on the clock.
Now, I'm not sure that we don't want to do that.
Right. Wojtovich hands off to Zavarik,
Zavarik,
and he goes to the 7-yard line. 1:25 left on the clock. $110. McGee off the right side to the 5-yard line. 59 seconds. It'll be 3rd down and about 5 goal to go. Steve Sinkovich into the Red Tornado lineup. 34 seconds left on the clock. Should be the final play for the Red Tornadoes here. Oh, it looks like they're just going to down the ball.
Yeah, I'm not sure he wants them to go in the end zone. No.
Wojtovich downs the ball on the 6-yard line. 19 seconds. Time running down.
That's a classic move by the coaching staff that time, because you got these kids are hungry, but they need to understand, too, that there is sportsmanship here, and there's no reason to put any more points on the board than are put on there now.
5 seconds. That's the end of the ball game. The final score, the Red Tornadoes 43, the Hawkeyes from Hanover area 6. Interesting game, about what we all anticipated. We had it called somewhere around like 30 points for the Red Tornadoes, and they put 43 up on the board, allowing no points by Hanover's offense.
No, absolutely not. I thought maybe Hanover was going to be a little tougher defensively, and they were in the first half. I believe as the game wore on, the speed began to catch up with Hanover, and we just outdistanced them a little bit. Again, they're a good football team, and anybody that came from where they did to be where they are this year shouldn't hang their head. They walk off this field proud. Mount Carmel area did all the right things. Offensively, defensively. I think the defense, if it's believable, is even better.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's believable. They may be better now than they were at any time during the season. And, they're peaking at the right time. They got their toughest matchup coming of the year next week, either North Schuylkill or Bishop McDevitt. You'll know by the time you watch us. But either way.
The problem is right now that game isn't over as we talk right here. So we don't know who it is right now. You already know as we're announcing this game.
I mean, the good thing is that no matter who it is, if it's McDevitt, of course you can get a big home crowd here, home fan crowd, and home
that's
crowd,
close.
Whatever.
A lot of people here.
A lot of people wearing red. Okay, that's what we're looking for. And if North Schuylkill, then of course you're going to be kind of evenly split.
Right.
You're going to have a lot of people from the area now. So either way, it'll be a great game.
Yeah.
We'll be here. We'll be here to broadcast
the Eastern Finals.
Yep,
that's pretty neat. Since '94, we're back. We're back and we're going at it, and a good effort by everybody here tonight.
Absolutely.
I mean, everybody from the offensive line, as we talked about, the defense, the running backs, Veach and Costello just did some great jobs tonight. Dave Evans he got in on the
Unbelievable
screen
night,
pass and a couple things. Some Higgins and Jamin at the defensive end position. So just going right down the line, everybody did a great job tonight.
I think we would want to say thank you to Shamokin area. We will be here next week again. They were very gracious to us. They did a great job with the field. Everything went perfectly. We look forward to seeing these people again next week.
That's right. Well, that's about it for tonight. Red Tornadoes, big winners again in the Eastern semifinals. I'm Bob Else.
I'm Warren Altamar.
See you next week.